Okay, I saw a post and some news drop about a Hollywood studio being formed literally only to make live action adaptations of anime. And my first initial reaction was, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea because I've never spoken to an anime fan that loves live action versions of anime, and there's never really been any really good live action adaptations. I've only recently seen, a lot of people like the live action version of One Piece, but with regards to like, feature films, there's never really been any good live action adaptations of anime. So I'm very skeptical about this. Now, I don't know if the founders of the studio, which I think it's Chloe Zhao and someone else, if they recently saw the success of like Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man, and they kind of decided, hey, let's make a studio. I don't think it might be because of that, because to start a studio, they probably were thinking of doing this a while back and they kind of just announced it. But this is not the direction I would prefer Hollywood to go in. I would love them to see the success of Demon Slayer and kind of double down on making 2D animated feature films of anime and just throwing a whole set of money at it and making the quality of the animation better, making the production better, and sending like a whole bunch of money to animation studios in Japan and allowing them to just have longer periods of time to create these amazing like animated, like 2D animated films, because Demon Slayer has clearly shown that people will go to the cinema to watch 2D animated films. Chainsaw Man has kind of doubled down on the premise of that, because Chainsaw Man did really well at the box office. So it's not like if Demon Slayer was just like this, one shot, and people love like these stories from Asia, because K-pop Demon Hunters did really well, Demon Slayer did really well, etc. And anime has been like popular for like a really really long time. It's been mainstream like a really really long time, and I don't think that going in the direction of live action is gonna be successful, because people do not like live action versions of anime, especially when you change the story so that the story is, if it was made in America, and you have to cast like Hollywood actors and not Japanese or Asian actors in it, which most likely is gonna happen. They're probably gonna like for instance Death Note, which was horrible. I didn't even get through that movie. They changed it to make it feel as though the story was in America, and they're probably gonna do that if they're gonna try and make it for American audience, because this is how Hollywood is, right? They see something and then they just go and totally do the opposite. I thought when Hollywood saw that Demon Slayer made so much money that they would be like, let's invest into 2D animated anime. And so we could, capitalize on this love for anime. But no, why are you going and making a studio to make live action adaptations? There's literally nothing in cinemas right now that's a live action anime that has proven that people want to see that. There's only been stuff that shows that people don't want live action like anime, apart from One Piece, right? And I don't think One Piece is a good example of that, because it went straight to streaming. It's free to watch, right? So you can't really tell what people like really want to see if they're not really like paying for individual tickets to actually see that thing, So I don't like this personally. First reaction, I don't like it. But winning cures everything. So if they actually make some really good premium live action adaptations, my mind will be open to seeing more if it is a success. But I don't think this is what the anime fan market wants. Like, nobody really is crying for this. Nobody wants a live action DBZ. Nobody wants a live action Akira. Nobody wants a live action Attack on Titan. Nobody wants that. People want, the reason why people like anime is because anime is 2D, one. It's in Japanese culture too, which people love Japanese culture. So moving it out of Japan and making it in America and using American settings and American characters with the same story, people don't want that, right? So I don't know what they're thinking of here. I don't wish failure on anybody, but like sometimes Hollywood could be so daft. Like they just don't see. I don't know if they're like in their own bubble and they don't understand like what is going on in the world or understanding like audiences. But I don't think this is a good idea. If I was an executive, I would not invest like in this, like unless I see like 5 successful live action anime adaptations. Like this to me, I would invest in more 2D animated stuff. I would go and buy the rights to a lot of up and coming like, manga that's showing that it has a lot of seals and stuff like that. Or yeah, I don't know, but we shall see. For all we know, they're probably just gonna make um, live actions with Japanese actors. If they make a Demon Slayer live action, they'll cast Japanese actors and stuff like that and base it in Japan. Who knows? But this is my initial reaction. I don't think it's a good idea. What do you guys think? Let me know. This kind of baffled me. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know. See ya.